Before I start, I'm just going to say, next week's video is going to be a Q&A, so leave me a question down below in the comments, or head over to my Instagram, which is FabulousHannah. Just that, no extra H's or anything, and leave a comment on any of my recent pictures, because I'll see it no matter what picture it is, basically. I've only ever done one Q&A before and have quite a few new subscribers now, so yeah, I want to do another Q&A because I really enjoyed that. And I'm running low on ideas. So make sure you leave a Q and I shall A your Q. If you haven't seen my last Q&A, I'll leave a link to that in the description below so you can go and see what questions I've already answered. Get it? Got it? Good. Let's get on with the video. Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a makeup collection video. If you're into watching makeup collections and that's why you've stumbled across this one, I'm going to warn you now, it's not going to be like the other ones you've watched. Because to be honest, I don't have a lot of makeup. I like makeup, I enjoy wearing makeup, but I don't love it. I don't go out and buy 50 different foundations and then use them once a year. I am a little bit nervous about doing this video because obviously I don't make beauty videos and makeup videos because I don't really know what I'm talking about, to be honest. But I have looked at some others and they all seem to have drawers and drawers of makeup. Not me. So as long as you keep your expectations low, hopefully you won't be disappointed. So let's just get on with it, I guess. Please ignore this camera and me and the tripod. Promise we'll be gone in a sec. But this is my dressing table where I keep all of my makeup. Okay, so this dressing table is from IKEA. It has a built-on mirror, 2 drawers here, and this down here is actually one big drawer as well, where the majority of my makeup lives. Over here I just keep my hairbrushes, so I have this Pearson brush. I don't know if they sell these anywhere other than England. This brush is honestly so good for making my hair feel smooth. I just absolutely adore this. I think they're quite expensive. I'm not sure. If I can find a link to one, I'll leave it in the description below. But I would definitely recommend purchasing one of these. And then I have like the cheaper equivalent of my Pearson, which is my watermelon coloured Tangle Teaser. Then I have some cotton buds for when my makeup goes wrong and I get mascara all over my face. And these are my 2 most used foundations. First is MAC's Studio Fix Fluid in the shade NC20. This is way too dark for my skin, I know, you can see it compared to the one back there. I find that once I've buffed it in enough, it sort of matches my skin tone, and I also use a lighter powder than my actual skin tone, so that sort of compensates for it, I feel like. And then I have my favourite foundation ever. I bought this quite recently. It's Revlon's Colour Stay for combination to oily skin in the shade, what is this? Ivory. This is a perfect match for my skin tone, and I've found that my skin is much less oily since I've been using this, so that is very good. I would recommend this to anyone. The only thing is it doesn't come with a pump, so that's a downside I guess, but the amazing finish of the foundation definitely makes up for that. Am I sounding like a beauty YouTuber so far? Definitely don't feel like one. Then over in this section I have my perfumes that I use every day, my collection of makeup brushes. Over here I have my absolute favourite perfume, which is actually the Bloom Marc Jacobs Daisy Dream. Then I have the original Marc Jacobs Daisy, and back there I have the Prada perfume. I don't know the actual name for it, but it has this pumpy thing, so that makes me think of French romantic films, so that is what I like about that most, to be honest. I have all my makeup brushes in this little pot that I got from IKEA. Most of my brushes are Real Techniques. Then down the side here I have a little handheld mirror for when I'm doing my eyeshadow and things like that. And also a packet of simple face wipes. If you want to see me using these along with a whole bunch of other products to take off my makeup, head over to my after school routine video and you can see that there. So that is everything that is visible on my dressing table. Then I have these 2 little drawers. In these drawers I keep my everyday makeup, so I'll just quickly go through those. I'll empty this out as I go. So the first thing I've got is the Benefit Professional Primer, and then I would usually use the Revlon Colour Stay Foundation. Concealer wise, I've got this concealer that every YouTuber under the sun raves about, and I can see why, because it is insanely amazing. That is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in the shade Fair. That is the same one, just more used and you can't read it at all. Under my eyes I usually use the Rimmel Wake Me Up Concealer in the shade... what shade are you? ivory, probably should have guessed that. Then to set my brows, I have the Rimmel Brow This Way Clear Brow Styling Gel. Then for mascara, I have the Benefit They're Real mascara, and I actually did not like this mascara at all. I thought it was awful. I would not purchase this again, but I've refused to throw it away because it was so expensive. Can't quite bring myself to throw that in the bin yet. And then I paid £7 for this 17 Falsifier HD mascara, and it is amazing. Literally the best mascara I've ever had. I use this every single day. It is so much better than the Benefit one. For my eyeliner, I have 2 eyeliners in here. This is the one I use for my winged eyeliner, which I don't do very often, but if I do. It is L'Oreal's Superliner Perfect Slim. I like this because it looks kind of like a felt pen. To put along my upper and lower lash line, I have Maybelline's Master Drama Kohl Liner. I have been absolutely loving this lately. Then I have this tiny Benefit High Beam highlighter. I use this on my brow bone and on my cheekbones. For lips, I mainly use this lip liner from Helen F Cosmetics. This is like a dark nude sort of colour. It's absolutely lovely and it lasts all day long, which obviously a lip liner should. I always match that with MAC lipstick in the shade Brave. But if I want to go for the more natural look, I'll use Maybelline's Baby Lips. This is just the one called Hydrate. Or this little Vaseline in Rosy Lips. It's just got a slight pink tint to it. That's everything that I use every single day. Moving on to this second little drawer. In this drawer I also have products that I use every day, but I also have a few hairbands, just a few bobby pins. This is how I never lose my bobby pins. I've probably lost 2 bobby pins in the last, I don't know, few years, because I just keep them on these little cardboard bits and I find that that's so handy. These are my most worn earrings. Then back to makeup, I have this MAC blusher in the shade Stay Pretty. I use that every day and it does exactly that. It's just a pretty pink, natural glow, I don't know, all the other fancy words that YouTubers would say. I have this small Estee Lauder cheek palette. In here it's just got a bronzer, a dark blush and a lighter blush. Usually I use this Bourjois Paris chocolate bronzer. As you can see, I've used a lot of that. It looks absolutely disgusting now. And I use that to contour my cheekbones. Then I have the MAC Natural Skin Finish powder or something like that. Mineralize is in there somewhere. I think this is the lightest shade. Yeah, shade light. I use that every day to set my makeup and have a more matte finish. I absolutely swear by this powder. I'd recommend it to anyone with oily skin or combination to dry skin. I feel like this powder would just be perfect for absolutely anyone. And then finally I have the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Highlighter in Soft and Gentle. This is another really nice highlighter. I tend to use this one more on my cheekbones than I do on my brow bone, but it does team up really nicely with the Benefit one that I just showed. So together they give you a nice little shiny glow. So that is all my everyday makeup done. Now we venture into the big drawer. This is the rest of my makeup. The only thing I don't like about this dressing table is how far back this drawer goes. I'll just try and show you this. So as you can see, it goes a really long way back, but you can't actually get to the very back of the drawer unless you take everything out. So look, you can see back there, I've got loads of lipsticks back there, but I can't get to them unless I take everything else out. So that is one downside of this dressing table, but other than that, I think it's alright. This drawer comes with these 2 partitions here. The general way I've organised this drawer is by having face and this eyeshadow palette here, eye stuff here and lip stuff here, because generally when you're doing your makeup it goes face, eye, lip, so that is how I try to organise it. So we'll start off with the face things. Foundation wise here, I have this Rimmel BB cream. I use this when I feel like my skin is having a good day, so I don't need a heavy coverage foundation. It's just a lot lighter on your skin and feels a lot healthier. Then I have this foundation, which I absolutely hated, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. This is the Rimmel Match Perfection foundation. This is definitely not a foundation for oily skin. I found that it made my skin even oilier. I don't know, I probably should have known that before I bought it, but I didn't, and I ended up really disliking that. Then I went through a stage where I was obsessed with this. This is the Maybelline Dream Satin Liquid Foundation. I did really like this, but when I used it I wasn't aware that that was making my skin oily, so I used a lot of that. And then I have the classic Rimmel Wake Me Up foundation. I do love this foundation. I don't really know why I stopped using it, to be honest. I think I just got bored of it. Then I have a Spare Collection Lasting Perfection concealer. This is actually one shade too dark for me, but I keep it for absolute emergencies. Right, okay, we're going back a bit now. The Rimmel Clear Complexion Powder, I do really like this. I used this before I got my MAC one, but now that I have the MAC, I wouldn't personally go back to this unless I'd run out of the other one. But if I was running out, then I'd order another one online, so it's unlikely that I'll ever use that again. Poor little thing. Then back here I have a couple of bronzers from the Body Shop that I was obsessed with when I was in like year 9. To be honest, I don't know why I still have them. Look how much I've used that one. Clearly I loved that, even though both of these were really orange. When I look back at pictures from when I was younger, I was like, why did I use that? But obviously I liked it then. Then down here, I would put these in my everyday drawers, but they're too big. I have the Naked One palette. I absolutely adore this palette. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's pretty much the only decent eyeshadow palette I own, but I feel like that's the only one I need because I use it every single day. I use this shade to do my brows. Yeah, I absolutely love that. And then I also have the Urban Decay primers that came with the eyeshadow. This is the Benefit Feeling Dandy little gift set. And here there is the Posy Tint, which is a lip and cheek stain. Then I have the Dandelion blusher here and the Dandelion lip gloss here. I love this lip tint, and the High Beam highlighter also came in this set. Then even further back here, I have this Natural Collection blusher in the shade Rosy Glow. I liked this while I used it, but now that I've got the MAC one, again, I wouldn't go back to that. But I suppose in the winter it is a nice shade of blush. Then I have the Soap & Glory Peach Party. This is like a bronzer, a highlighter, I can't even get it open. Bronzer, highlighter and blusher all in one. Very underrated actually. I think I need to move this bit further forward. I think it needs to be promoted. And I have this, wow, you cannot read that at all, basically all the words have rubbed off, but that is the Rimmel Match Perfection blusher. There's just 3 shades of blush in there. I used to mix them all together and I found that that was a really nice colour. Then back here I have 2 Benefit Hello Flawless foundation samples. Haven't used these yet. Don't really know why. There's quite a lot of foundation in these and I've got 2 of them. I think I've tried them maybe once. But see, look, there is quite a lot of foundation in there. That is a good size sample, Benefit. Congratulations on your sample sizes. And finally for the face bit, I've got these fake eyelashes. Oh, look at that. That one's had enough. These ones are just very natural looking ones, and these ones are a bit more dramatic. They're the ones that I wore for my prom. I made a prom video, so there'll be a link to that in the description below. This video is so handy for plugging other videos. Moving on to eyes. I feel like I'm not filming this in the best place. I've used these boxes that my Ted Baker purse came in, you can see there. I've used those because I love the colour of them, the lime green, and they're just really handy, to be honest. They were a perfect size for the drawers. So yeah, I thought, why buy some more containers if I've already got some, because I am cheap and cheerful. So in here I have some eyeshadows, some mascaras, eyeliners, some brow stuff, some curlers, makeup remover and some more palettes back there, so I'll just go through all those now. So starting off with the eyeshadows I have. This is just a small Rimmel neutral palette. On the back it has where to put all of the eyeshadows, which is why I really liked it when I first had it. That was my first ever palette that I owned. Maybe small and not the nicest colours, but it has served me well. Then I have this palette from Avon, and this again is quite neutral colours, but there is a little pink in there, a light grey, a dark grey and a creamy white sort of colour. I then have this Rimmel Traffic Stopping Shadow. Not quite sure that would stop traffic the way I applied it. Mostly greens. I don't use that, to be honest. Maybe if you had green eyes or brown eyes, that would look a lot nicer, but I feel like that would clash with my blue eyes. I don't know, that might sound really stupid. I might be thinking really stupidly, but that's how I feel about that. And then I have this number 7, just plain little lonely black eyeshadow. I find that that's really good for doing a dramatic crease in my eyeshadows. Then I have my eyelash curlers, which I use every single day. I find that eyelash curlers make a massive difference to how my eyelashes look. I am obsessed with these, although I'm quite scared that they are going to chop my eyelashes off. Never mind, I'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. Then here I have some spare rubber parts for that. Down the side here I have this Estee Lauder eye makeup remover. I only ever use this if I've used a lot of makeup on my eyes, so like eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara, the whole shebang. It's not very often that I have to do a dramatic heavy eye, but when I do, that comes in handy. Here I have a few brow things. So I have a little sharpener, this brow pencil by Who are you by? Okay, I think this is by Rimmel. This is in the shade Blonde. I used to use that, but it's very waxy, so I stopped using that and switched over to using a powder instead. I then have the Rimmel Brow This Way Brow Styling Gel. This is the same as the clear one that I use every day, except this is coloured and it's in the shade Medium Blonde, but that is lies. It is way too dark for my brows, so that is why I have never used that. Definitely regret buying this, but hey ho. Then I'm going to go on to eyeliners. This is the first one. It's by Helen F Cosmetics. It's a really underrated brand. I don't think a lot of people have heard of the brand, but I actually really like their stuff. So this is like a pencil, but it's a nice texture, but it actually comes with a little buffing thing on the end, so that's really handy. Then I have this one by The Body Shop. I went through a stage where I was obsessed with this, but I don't use that anymore. I then have this Avon Glimmer Stick eyeshadow. This is like black with sparkles in it. Obviously, I'm not going to use this for like everyday use. You can kind of see there that it's like grey and glittery, but again, I don't use that one very often. Next, I have this Estee Lauder pencil. This is like a grey black. I'm not a fan of eyeliner pencils though. I much prefer the ones that are creamier. I just can't control the pencil. Then finally, I have this Bourjois Paris liner stylo. I put this in my waterline. What's it called? Is it called? No, water. The bit that's basically the inside of your eyelid. I put it on there, but then I have switched over to the Maybelline Master Drama. So I use that one more often now, but I do still use that one. Then we're on to mascaras. Here I have the Company Lashes mascara. I think I got this in a magazine about that, not really used that a lot. I then have these two. These are the Rimmel Scandalise mascaras. I used these for the longest time. There's the waterproof one and the normal one. The waterproof one is so difficult to get off, so I didn't really use that a lot, but I did use the normal Scandalise for months on end. That is so good, I definitely recommend those. And they're not too expensive, which is always a plus. I then have the Soap & Glory Thick and Fast mascara. I haven't used this one a lot either, but I am definitely excited to give that a try. Although I do tend to prefer my lashes to look long rather than thick, so I'm not sure that's going to be to my taste, but I'll give it a try. And finally, I have the Collection Supersize Mascara. I got this free when I bought a few of the Collection Lasting Perfection concealers, and it's actually such a good mascara. I was really surprised at how good it was when I got it, and I found that this is like volumizing and lengthening, so that would be a good one if you're on a budget. And then a bit further back here, I have two palettes. So first of all, I have this Dior palette, which I absolutely love. I don't use this too much because I don't want to like make a dent in it. It's so pretty. It's got a few concealers here, a blusher. Here's the eyeshadows, and then under this bit, it's got a few little lip glosses in there, along with the Dior Show mascara. If makeup was art, it would be this. And then finally, I have this Estee Lauder palette. This has quite a few shades in it. It's a very neutral palette. Then it's got like that random blue thrown in there. Not really sure why that's there, to be honest. You could make quite a few pretty different looks with that. So that is everything in the eyes section. Okay, so then finally we're on to the lip section. I have my most used lip products inside this box, but then I do also have quite a few back there. So I keep these in this box so I can just easily take it out and get to the other ones. I'm going to leave the ones I like best until last, so I'll come back to those. Down the side here I have this Carmex Cherry Lip Balm. This was really good to use in the winter to keep my lips moisturised and to stop them from getting dry. I then have Lush's Bubblegum Lip Scrub, which I absolutely adore. I love the taste of it, but I find it absolutely vile when someone rubs their lips with it and then licks it. Or because you are basically eating all of the dead skin from your lips. But I could quite happily eat this out of the tub, I have to say. Then here I've got 3 lip balms from The Body Shop. The first is Passionberry, the second one is Mango Peach, and the third one is Strawberry. This one smells and tastes like Fabs. If you live in the UK, you should know what a Fab ice lolly is. That is exactly what it smells and tastes of. And then I have this one from The Body Shop in the fresh berry flavour. This is another really nice lip balm, but it's not as creamy as the other 3. Then I have this brush. This comes with the Mason Pearson brush. So these are like the lip glosses I have. The first is from Helen F Cosmetics again, and that's just a clear lip shine. I then have the Rimmel Vinyl Stars. I then have these 4 French Connection lip glosses. The first is like this deep burgundy colour. I really like that during the winter. Then there's this like dark coral. There's then a darker nude, I really, really love this colour. I think this is my favourite one out of all of them. And then there's just that light natural pink. Then I have even more. These are the ones that I never use. They're a bit abandoned. So first is this Coca-Cola lip balm in the vanilla one. Then I've got this chapstick. I thought only Americans called it chapstick. I don't know, maybe we do too. It's the first time I'd seen it. I then have these two Estee Lauder lipsticks, but I'm not too keen on these colours. That one is like, I don't even know how to explain, that's just like brown. And that one is, oh, very similar. That's more of a pinky brown, I guess. I don't think I could pull this one off. Not really a rock chick or an old lady, so not too sure that would suit me. I then have this lipstick from the Body Shop. I used to really like this until one of my friends asked me if it was my mum's. So that sort of put me off a little bit. I don't even know how to describe this colour. It's just sort of nude, beige, brown. Basically like a lighter version of the one I just said I can't wear. And then I have this lipstick from Avon, which is called Kiss of Pink. That is very, very red. And finally I have this Nivea Gloss Wonder Balm. I should probably use that more because it sounds like it really do good stuff for your lips. Right, then back to my favourite things. These are a few of my favourite things, as whoever sings that song would say. I feel ashamed that I don't even know who sings that. Think it's Mary Poppins. Think it's Mary Poppins. Think it's Mary Poppins. Sorry if you're into musicals, and I might have just offended everyone. First of all, I have this Rimmel lipstick in the shade Coral in Gold. I was obsessed with this lipstick for years. It's coral with a gold undertone. Oh, look at that. And it turns out I liked it so much that I have a second one because I needed a backup, clearly. I then have this Rimmel lipstick in the shade Birthday Suit. This is a really nice nude colour. I wear this one a lot actually. Although if I don't have a dramatic eye, it does sort of make me look dead. Then I have two Topshop lipsticks here. This first one is in the shade Brighton Rock. This lipstick I'm wearing today is the shade Infrared. I think that's it. Yep, Infrared. And this is a bright orange. I love this one in the summer, but I thought I'd wear it today because it's like the start of spring now. I don't really know how my logic works, to be honest. And then I have this bright red. I wasn't expecting it to be quite so bright. In the shade 1, it's the Rimmel Kate Moss collection. It doesn't look very bright here. Don't be fooled. Then down here, I have this Rouge Edition Bourjois Paris lipstick. This is also a very bright red. This one's a bit more obviously bright though. I have this Rimmel lipstick in the shade Soft Coral. Basically the coral in gold without the gold. I was feeling very brave when I bought this one. This is the shade Dark Night Water Loops. Is that what it's called? It's just a really dark purple. I'm so pale, it makes me look like some sort of zombie. I then have this Bourjois Paris Colour Boost. I think it's by Bourjois Paris, yeah. Colour Boost in the shade Peach on the Beach. I really love the name of that. These are so moisturising and creamy. I then have this Rimmel Apocalypse. Oh, I'm liking that pun. This is a very bright pink lipstick. I really like that. Then I have this Rimmel 1000 Kisses lip tint. That also looks like a felt pen. Then I have this No. 7 lip liner. I find that this one also works really well around my MAC Brave lipstick. And this is in the shade 20 Nude. So these are my favourite lip products ever. This first one is Rimmel's lipstick in the shade Coffee Shimmer. It's like a dark beige coffee coloured nude, which is quite self-explanatory. I then have Rimmel's Kate Moss collection lipstick in the shade 107. This is like a dark berry plum sort of colour. And then I have MAC's lipstick in the shade Vegas Vault. This is like an orangey nude. It looks more orange in person than it does on camera. And then I have raved and raved about these lip glosses. These are the Dior Addict collection. So there's this like corally pink. There's a more orangey one. And a really light pink. I wear this one all the time if I'm going for a dramatic eye, subtle lip kind of look. So there we have it. There is my entire makeup collection complete. Here is just once again a quick overview of everything. So that is all the makeup I own. I don't know how long this video was. Might have been quite long. So if you're still here, thanks for that. Thanks for sticking around. You are one of the few people that I actually don't mind in society. Remember to leave me your questions down below or on my Instagram. Like I said, go and watch my last Q&A and you'll get a gist of things. Thanks for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Sorry if you didn't. Maybe come back next week and maybe you'll like that one a bit better. So thanks for watching and I'll see you next week. Bye!